Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be showing you how to get your hands on a Brawler Ward Shield fast in Borderlands 3. Now, you should know who drops the Brawler Ward, as that's nothing new, but in case you don't know, you can only get the shield from Graveward as a dedicated drop. It's in his name, and you can fight him in the floating tomb on Eden 6. To get the Brawler Ward the fastest, you want to farm Graveward without any Mayhem levels if you're on True Vault Hunter mode, or on Mayhem 1 for the level scale if you're on normal mode. Increasing your Mayhem levels will not help you get one any quicker, but will get you more world drops and the likes. So I suggest turning them off to help you kill him faster, but if you don't have any difficulty killing him in the higher levels, you can keep them on. Speaking of killing him quick, there are a few items that can make your life a lot easier. The first and most important ingredient of this Krabby Patty is the Unforgiven. Not for shooting, but for crit swapping, as you can see me doing in this gameplay. If you're unfamiliar with this technique, it revolves around firing slow moving projectiles at your target's critical spots and then changing to the Unforgiven before they hit. The projectiles you fired will be boosted by the Unforgiven critical bonus, which can be up to 432% if you get the trick variant, but any variant should do the trick no problem. If you're not sure where you can go to get an Unforgiven, it is a dedicated drop from Indo Tyrant, a rare spawn enemy found at this point on the map in Floodmoor Basin. One weapon good for crit swapping, which you may have seen before, is the Scourge. Basically all you have to do is drop down into the arena, run towards Graveward a little bit, and then shoot before he starts lifting up the arena. The projectiles will slowly move towards his critical spot, and if you have an Unforgiven out, you can often kill him in just the one shot. Most of my attempts only hit Graveward with 50% of the initial projectile and still killed him. And I've seen people kill him on Mayhem 4 with the right equipment. Any element will do the trick, but Incendiary will be your best bet. And if you're wondering where you can get a Scourge, you can get one from Electritus Banda in the Cistern of Slaughter. If you don't have a Scourge, you can also use a Lineage, which I find to be easier to kill him with. Just fire the whole mag at his chest and change to the Unforgiven. It should drain all his health. You can find the Lineage as a dedicated drop from Lavender Crawley in the Drought, located at this point on the map. It comes in both corrosive and incendiary, but incendiary will serve you best. If you have neither of those, you can also use a Cutsman. The Cutsman I was using was a binary one, but in shock. I'm not sure if a standard incendiary Cutsman would kill him in one mag, but the best Cutsman for the job would be an incendiary one with the binary prefix. If you're wondering where to find one, you can find it from Borman Nate. He's an increased chance to drop it, and you can find him hanging out in Meridian Outskirts, where the diamond is here. All of these weapons with the crit swapping strategy will help you to kill Graveward, often in one mag or one shot in the Scourge's case, but you may have some other weapons that work well too, so if you don't want to spend time farming these, just stick with your strategy, but the main thing is to just farm him on those lower Mayhem levels, or none at all. I was able to kill Graveward in under 30 seconds, and each attempt took about 1 minute if you count the loading times, but that may differ a little bit for you. Either way, it took me 18 attempts to finally get the Brawler Shield, which I guess is okay considering that's about 18 to 20 minutes. But either way, lower Mayhem levels means you kill him faster, which ultimately means you get that shield quicker as well. But what about the Brawler Shield? What can you do with it? Why does my dog like belly rubs so much? Well, the Brawler Shield is a useful shield that has been at the center of melee buff glitches lately, and at the time of this video I believe some of these still work depending on your platform, as mentioned by Glitching Queen, who you should go and check out. But outside of that, it is a great companion, possibly the best companion for any melee build. This is because while the shield is depleted, you gain a boost to melee damage by 300%. Granted, you don't get the variant which only boosts it by 180% like I did, but the best variant you should be looking out for is one with a longer delay so you can feel its bonuses. for longer. Outside of this, it also buffs weapon damage by 25% while your shield is down, and you regen 4% of your max health per second. While active, you still regen 2% of your max health per second, which is a nice added touch. Because of its focus on melee damage, you can make the most out of the shield as a Mara with a melee build, but that doesn't mean you'll find it bad outside of her. All characters can find it useful, especially if you pair it with a face puncher. This is because the face puncher treats all its damage as melee damage, and thus its damage will be increased threefold when your shields are depleted. When they are, you can deal some serious damage, and couple that with an artifact that adds elemental damage to melee attacks, you can have a serious brawler build on your hands. So that's all for this video. Let me know down in the comments what weapon or item farm you want me to showcase next. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.